Hey guys, welcome back to New Digital Day. That joke is going to make sense in just a second. So, 6 days ago, the vinyl community sat in awe after watching a video on YouTube by Michael, who runs a channel called The In Groove. I'll be linking this original video in the description box down below for all the context that you're going to need, but let's just get this part right. As the digging continues, and no, we're not talking about crate digging, we're talking about digging for information, more and more videos have been made, so I'm going to link everything that I can find as well, just to save you time and have one spot for all the videos out there. I won't be covering the news in detail, so I'm just going to do what I do best, and that is rip off the Band-Aid quickly and get straight to the point. Every single one of these records, all of these. This one, this one, this one of my favorites, this one. Gotta have this one. Yep, that one. Oh, classic, that one. That one. And yes, this one. Well, they all have, as far as I can tell, two things in common. Number one, they all sound really good, for sure. Some of them are unbelievably good. And two, they're all digital.
What did you say?
Just in case you didn't hear me, I just said every single one of those records, they are all digital. Every single one of them. So I'm going to say this. No matter what Mobile Fidelity says or how they respond to all of this, I'm afraid to say there's going to be consequences to the decision that was made by Mobile Fidelity to play with words and embrace clever marketing and avoid being transparent about their exact, hear me, exact process for mastering. Now you might be asking yourself, does that even matter? I mean, do they owe that kind of information to the public? I think they do, and I'm going to explain why. We have to remember, as the vinyl craze kicked off, prices for records started to climb with the demand. For the dark ages of vinyl, crate digging for classics on analog was not only commonplace, but it was also affordable for the most part. As the demand of vinyl started to skyrocket, boutique vinyl brands like Mobile Fidelity, of course, cashed in with the vinyl craze, and these record prices hit an all-time high. Now, this is basic economics, and none of this, hear me, should be the stone to throw at Mobile Fidelity, but here is why I think this all matters. With the vinyl resurgence came a huge abundance of records being pressed all over the world from many different places, and the first thing that I learned when I started to collect records is this: not all records that you see in the store are cut from analog masters. Even more, many of those records are actually digital copies. For many of you, that's no big deal, and I'm going to agree. If it sounds good, it is good, and that's that. But for me, for my money, when I went shopping for something like Santana's Abraxas, or let's say Miles Davis Kind of Blue, I wanted the real deal, and I was willing to pay more for it. Cut from the analog tape. I just dropped a premium dollar for it. That is the reason why I paid more for it. I could have went with a known digital copy from any of the brands out there for 20 bucks, brand new, but I was under the impression that the premium I was paying for was for that, the real deal. So yeah, I do think that Mobile Fidelity and any other of the boutique record brands out there do indeed owe us this information. No, not because we're afraid of buying a digital copy, but because you are charging a premium for something we believed was the real deal based on your marketing. Look at it like this. If all of these one steps they had done said, plain as day, cut from DSD files or digital files, do you honestly believe that for one, they would sell as many as they did, and two, they would have charged as much as they have? Listen, I'm no mathematician here, Sally, but the last time I checked, 2 + 2 doesn't equal 5. Now, We're not done here, because looking at the comments section on all of these videos, there is another thing that I want to address. Many analog naysayers are going to show up now, come out of the woodwork and scream from the mountaintops, "See guys, see? Digital is awesome. MoFi has been tricking you idiots for years and you never even noticed." First of all, setting all emotions to the side, what they're saying is true, but at the same time, I would make the case that it's also irrelevant. And I would say that it's going to be pretty dang damaging if that's the hill that we want to die on. Listen, there's something here that we need to unpack, and we need to do it carefully. Digital records amongst the vinyl community, that's not the issue here. Many vinyl collectors, if not all vinyl collectors, have a whole lot of records that they know are cut from digital. So that's not the problem here. Let me say it again. There are so many digital records that I own now, many of them are on the floor in front of me, that all sound incredible. I'm not going to be a poser right now and say, oh, all of these now sound like crap because I found out that they're digital. That's just not true, meaning MoFi has done an amazing job with many of these masterings, and none of this news changes that fact. The reason that this attitude is irrelevant is, first of all, many folks, the issue that I've been seeing in the comment section at least is, that's not the problem. It's not like all of a sudden these all sound bad. It's because they all feel like they have been lied to. That is the issue here, folks. So before you jump on the bandwagon of digital versus analog, that is not the hill to die on in this particular situation. So yeah, what a strange mess this feels like, and I'm still sort of processing how I feel not only as a reviewer, but someone who collects and listens to vinyl a lot. My gut reaction is this, and I hate to say it, unless there is updated transparency from Mobile Fidelity about their process for mastering, I'm going to have to pass on their upcoming catalog and releases. No, it's not because I doubt that they're going to sound good. I know they will. It's because I want to know exactly what I'm buying and why I am paying a premium for it. And with that, I'll see you vinyl-loving knuckleheads in the next video.